back of it, I can see the top of your head.
Yeah,
Okay, we're live.
there you go.
We're live. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this public hearing here in Mahone Bay. We'll begin this evening's activity by acknowledging that we are gathered tonight in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral, present, and future territory of the Mi'kmaq people. And tonight we gather with the intent followed by the living peace and friendship treaties, and we do so with respect, cooperation, and coexistence. We'll call this session to order, and the purpose of this hearing is to receive verbal and written submissions regarding the Town of Mahone Bay's draft fire services bylaw. Clerk?
On November 8th, 2022, council was presented with a staff report and associated draft fire services bylaw. At that meeting, the following motion was passed: that council direct staff to coordinate with the fire chief to present the draft bylaw to the fire department to obtain specific stakeholder feedback to be presented to council. Staff presented to the department in November of 2022. Feedback on the proposed bylaw was submitted by the chief on July 18th, 2023. Council was provided with a draft fire services bylaw at the 27th or July 27th meeting. At that time, council passed the following motion: the council provide first reading to the fire services bylaw as presented. A public hearing was set for today, September 12th at 6:30 p.m. Notification of the public hearing was in the progress bulletin on August 16th on the town website, town Facebook page, and the mayor's newsletter for September 2023. No submissions were received prior to this hearing.
Thank you. As is always the case, our session will continue for at least 15 minutes. And if we do not have any comments or input or citizens who wish to speak by the 15-minute mark, then we would adjourn the hearing. Okay, so do our two erstwhile firefighters wish to say anything from the back of the room?
I might wait until the 14th minute.
Perfect.
Fair enough.
No, just as the chief there, and there are a couple of concerns I have personally. I had asked for clarification on what being a town manager, as it's described in the bylaw, would entail, and sort of what impact it would have on me, responsibility wise or anything like that. I didn't get any feedback on that. That's something I would like. I know other members, some were sort of wondering why maybe after the feedback we weren't presented with or have a meeting with the town to sort of discuss some of the feedback in person and why some of the changes maybe couldn't be made. Yeah, I mean that's really all I have. I know the other members did have some concerns, but obviously they aren't here to express themselves. So I don't want to speak for them. But mostly the town manager role, or being a manager of the town department, something that definitely I would like some more information. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
I don't really think everything, I was just kind of here for some support. I thought that a couple other ones were gonna be here, and I just, as a long-standing member for, 20 some years, I'm very proud of where we've came, and what we have, and just, I guess I was kind of one of the ones like that. I'm just thinking that maybe there would have been some other kind of set down with, like, after we had done our part, then it just seemed like you guys just kind of had your own little meeting or whatnot and then brought this. We were just thinking a lot of us that would have been nice to sit down with you guys and just, you know, have a few words or clarify a few things before it came to this.
Okay. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, you're-
Councillor Carver.
Thank you. So I'd just like to clarify the status of the process at this point. So given that we've heard from the fire department that they would like more conversation, is there a way to arrange more conversation and have second reading later than tonight?
Yeah.
So I think the conversation should be held until the second reading item on the agenda, because it's not really the purpose of the public hearing to have that.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
And then I'm happy to speak.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Councillor Carver.
Are we allowed to speak as a member of the public then, as opposed to a
If
council
you,
member?
if you give us that clarification before you begin.
Yeah, as a member of the public and a member of the fire department, I'm not opposed to having a bylaw. I think there are some things in this bylaw, as have been presented by the fire department, should be discussed with the fire department and council in a meeting, so that we can clarify some things and do it properly. We're gonna go through it, you know. Fire department's existed for over 100 years, and this is the first time we've had a bylaw. But it's like that, not opposed to a bylaw,
Mhm.
but I think this might not be the bylaw that we need.
Okay, thank you. Citizen now.
Any questions from online, Kelly?
No.
Anybody online watching?
3. Had as many as 4.
One's running down here to participate.
One turned into the wrong
They're
station.
probably
Yeah.
employees. We're at 15 minutes.
Thank you. Before we entertain a motion to adjourn, does anyone have anything they'd like to add? Or to mention? No?
Is this where you can bring up a subject?
This is in particular, we're dealing with the proposed bylaw for the fire department.
Oh, okay,
That opportunity comes during the regular meeting. agenda.
okay, good, thanks.
Okay, so. Hearing nothing further. Entertain a motion to adjourn the hearing. So moved, seconded, all in favor? The motion is carried, the hearing is adjourned. The clerk will provide a report of this activity during tonight's council meeting.